Okay, in this video we're going to talk about some things that we've actually used but not really spent much time talking about. The image here, when you select and unselect, you've got these wires here that show up, and it's this is actually wireframe on shaded. But we can get rid of the shaded part here to just leave wireframe like this, and we can turn back on. We can get rid of the wireframe and just leave this shaded, and this is a little more natural looking object here, which that's nice because it lets you see what the thing's going to look like in a finished render, because the wires aren't going to show. But if you're modeling, if you're working on the object, you really want the wires. There's some other settings here that are useful. Next one here, this checkerboard on a sphere. It's called textured. It's Maya is one of the big strengths of Maya is it can use some very complex textures to make objects look quite realistic. And this button here lets you see those in the preview. Now obviously you need a pretty good video card to see some textures that you can create, and as things go on you may decide that, yeah, my computer's good enough but my video card's just not up to it, and that's the way it goes in this. Next one here is to use the lights. We haven't created any lights yet. We've just created one primitive object. Eventually we'll be creating some lights and putting them in the scene, and this button lets the lights be actually used to see this preview here. Next one is shadows. Shadows is kind of an interesting thing. If you've been around 3D for a long time, you'll know that shadows is really hard to pull off, especially in real time, to get shadows to appear. So to be able to do this and do this on the fly in a preview is a pretty big deal. Now there's lots of other buttons here, and eventually we'll get to most, if not all of them. But we're going to just take them a few at a time here, and so that's about all there are in this section. There's one more that we want to talk about in this video, and that's this next button here called X-ray. And you see what X-ray does here. It lets you see the back side. It's not unshaded. The shading is still there, but it's pale enough, it's transparent enough that you can see the wireframe on the back side. And that's really good sometimes in letting you see what's going on in an object when you're modeling it and when you're trying to keep one side looking the same as another. So it's useful. We'll use it now and then. But that's enough. That's a bit of things to learn. So we'll leave it at that and end this video here, and we'll see you in the next one.